I think you're cool. I give it right to you. Nothing you do. I got the new move. They making new. Checking the phone. The top of this push. Got nothing to lose. Got nothing to lose. Jumping out the jail. Hit the shoes. Pull up. Hey, the girl, hey, my hey, got a nigga photos on the red shot. I be in the ballin', like I'm the I get it right to you, nothing you do. Checking the dough, the team push the dough, and the news that make the news, and it jumping in the shade. Hey, what you you and I got like a movie, you hey, you pull my body, you like a movie. I get it, they choose me. And my girl better boozy. I feel like I'm underrated like that last person Lil Uzi. Other than the analytics, couldn't track the drip when I'm in a lips. When I got a cut up in a phone, remember other hammer tones like my pulling up like my name was Christoph when I lifted off. I go bang in the Hall of Fame and I let it skate till I lift it. We gon' pull up when it's game time. You on the base line. Never waste your time. Like I'm mine, waiting like that last person.
Come on from the hill, watch it, then we watch it, swap it out, it's a flow, haters gotta pay me for it, it's when I never miss, it's a, turn my youngest, they get for it, when they, it's a split,
Welcome to a new episode of 2K TV.
Playoff season this year is our favorite time of year. It's probably year.
It's a flow. Haters gotta pay me for it, it's when I never miss, turn my youngest, they get
Welcome to a new episode of 2K TV.
Playoff season this year is our favorite time of year. It's probably year.
it's a flow. Haters gotta pay me for it, it's when I never miss.
It is so great seeing you.
Hey, Gregory Anthony. How are you today?
We're doing well, Kenneth.
We are. But it's good to have another guard on our row here, isn't it?
You know what? It just brings a whole new level of intellect to the broadcast.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
guards are the quarterbacks of basketball.
Well, if you want an intellect, I'm the guy to bring down from up there.
Yes.
Spell intellect for us real quick, just so we can get a taste of your...
And now we're back off to the Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We're off. Let's go to the game.
DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard the rumors regarding Kyrie Irving's moodiness. His teammate Kevin Durant said, Kyrie is an artist. He has his way of doing things, and I support him 100%. Irving said, human beings have mood swings. Who I am. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Well, I've heard both you guys talk about the handle of Kyrie Irving. Kenny, did anyone in your era come close to being able to do what Kyrie can do with the dribble?
Yeah, I think there were several. You know, and with the hand check rule, if they didn't have it the way it is, Isaiah Thomas, Tim Hardaway.
Iverson in that game?
Iverson,
Yeah.
Kenny Anderson.
Yeah, Kenny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those guys would have had the freedom to dribble the way they wanted to dribble because of lack of hand check. But Kyrie Irving is special.
Yeah. And the other thing that makes him special, his footwork is as good as anybody's ever played. Like that, people lose sight. It ain't just your handle, it's the footwork. It's his combination that's what makes him so special.
That's a great point. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then there's Payton. Then it's Noel. And for Brooklyn, we've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5 spot.
This is taking advantage of analytics. Kyrie from 3 is a great bet.
Payton passes to Barrett. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
To the middle. Here's Randall. That shot misses. Great D that time from Durant. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 3-point game.
Can't afford to leave someone uncovered like that. Irving will torch you for this mistake.
The pass to Barrett. Here's Randall. Guarded by KD. Randall no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That one drops for him. Irving's got 5 now.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
They need this. Randall no good. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Just around a minute. And a half into the first quarter. And something from your era that is always talked about, Kenny, hand checking. How big a difference did hand checking make for defenders?
Oh, it made the game easier for defenders, without question. You know, I actually, our series with Greg is the reason there's no hand checking. Because Derek Harper
was so much.
He was so aggressive.
The
with
best.
the hand.
I always felt that was a guy. Man, first of all, he was big and strong, and when he put that hand on you, it felt good, didn't it, kid? He liked that. He liked that.
You could feel it, right? That's what you're saying.
You could feel
and
it.
he could literally guide you where he wanted you to go.
Without question.
But we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
Harden can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Randall. Here's Payton. The rebound by Harden. Nets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Irving with a clean look. Hits it from three-point range. 10 points for him.
That shot is pure. Great play call. Working Irving off the ball where he can catch and shoot in rhythm.
Here's Payton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. For New York, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. And both free throws good for Payton. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. From deep, Harden. Knicks with the rebound. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. New York moving it around. Barrett against Harris. And it's blocked by Jordan.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
Randall with the bucket.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
It's the Nets now, leading by 5. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
Noel finds Randall. Rebounded by the Nets. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one.
But his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm? Well, that's where they look to him most. DeAndre Jordan with arms that go on for days. Just toss that ball anywhere, and he knows what to do with it.
Now here's Randall. 38 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game? It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
So many combo guys in the backcourt now, Kenny, but there are still a few traditional style point guards left, and they're sure fun to watch.
Yeah, you still got Rondo. You still have Mike Conley.
Yep.
Obviously CP3. These are traditional point guards that think pass first. Still got LeBron. He's a traditional point guard. He passes first. So it's still fun to watch.
Here's Dinwiddie. After R.J. Barrett's bucket. Pass to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And you expect Harden to attack. But right there, puts the exclamation point on it.
Knicks trail by 7. Passes it to Barrett. Now here's Noel. Randall right side. Over KD. Shoots from 12. Jordan with the rebound.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
Payton kicks to Barrett. Pass to Noel from downtown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
So good at keeping the defense off balance at his size. Barrett pretty good with the ball in his hands.
The Knicks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And that one falls for Barrett.
Well, you can count on R.J. Barrett to come at you night after night. He plays with a lot of determination, and at some point will lead a ball club.
Rose, he's checked in for Payton. And he makes both free throws. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. 7-point differential. Too many teams have been able to win back-to-back titles in the NBA, but Kenny, you were a part of one of those elite groups with the Houston Rockets. Mentally, that's got to be very difficult to repeat.
Yes, the second year is much tougher.
Why is it?
Because you become, I call fat cat-itis or complacent. You know, you got guys who are 8th, 9th, 10th man on the team. They're getting TV commercials now. They're coming on a plane with shades. You know, instead of hard hats, you know, they got on velvet hats. It's just a different environment for guys who have not been accustomed to being stars, now being stars.
And not to mention, you go from being the hunter to the hunted. Like, that's a part of it, too, because now you get everybody's everyone.
Nets leading by 5. Here's Harden, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Noel finds Rose. Barrett with the ball. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 5th rebound in this one. Dinwiddie, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
The winning mindset of Durant. Unselfish all the way.
Randall passes to Barrett. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And a wide open look for Jordan. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Stolen by Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
When Durant sees a lane open, he does not hesitate. Terrific off the dribble.
And the Knicks decide to take their first timeout here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Bruce Brown comes in for Joe Harris. Knicks trail by 11. Rose looking around. Trying to get open is Gibson. And the basket by Rose. Well, we see rookies like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton who chose to play in the Australian League rather than college basketball. Kenny, is that something you would have ever considered had you been in their shoes?
Well, no. I don't think I would have ever been in their shoes, honestly, because my thought process would have been totally different. But I do understand how some players will opt for that option, but also it's taking a huge gamble. And, you know, it's going to probably work out for these two talented young players, though.
And the reality is most of the guys that have done that, it didn't benefit them. Because what people don't factor in is you're a young kid. You're going to live in a foreign country, different culture. You're going to be around people you don't know. And generally, you don't get to play the game you played in high school because you're not the focal point. So it is a tremendous risk. And most people don't get to see you play until you get to the league.
Here is Harden following the score by Obi Toppin. Jacks up a 3. Brooks pulls it in. Knicks trail by 10. And it's Toppin, that time on the assist by Rose. Toppin's got his 2nd basket of the night. Here's Dinwiddie. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. And here's Harden for 3. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
The pass to Bullock. Back to Rose. He dishes it to Bullock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Basket good. Toppin's got 6 points.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Pass to Harden. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his third assist on the night. And it's Rose with the ball for New York. Down by 12. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
And guys, this first meeting always sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the season series will play out. For teams that know each other this well, this initial game is a big one.
That shot is off. So New York will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked. But the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building, not in a good mood.
Makes it off the glass.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Brooklyn leading by 10. Harden the pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Rose dishes to Gibson. Back to Rose. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. 7 points in the game.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Here's the floater. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Nets lead by 12.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Rose attacking, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Free throw drops for Rose. Nets leading by 9. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Claxton. And a miss there on the triple. New York's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Harden with it. 29 points for him last game against Minnesota.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
The weapons in James Harden's offensive bag are lethal, especially when he's firing on all cylinders.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others setting him up a little bit more.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing. Like I'm able to catch and shoot. I'm able to play off, on the wings.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. They've got Griffin. Brown out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, every player has that moment when they know it's their last season in the league. The body tells them, the mind probably leads them in that direction. Did you know, Kenny, when it was time to retire?
When the paycheck stopped coming, I was like, oh, I think it's time to give it up.
No, your body, right?
Oh, my body.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one reason. But then there's a play in basketball when you get a steal. You take a picture back to see who's chasing you. And when you realize when you're young, guys don't chase you. They have that body language. They're not coming after you. But when you turn around and they all have that body language, like they're coming after you, it's time to retire.
Man, the funny thing for me, being more of a defensive player, I never forget, it was a loose ball, like at half court, and I was like 5-6 feet from it. And I looked at it and I said to myself, can I get that? And by the time I processed it,
it was gone.
Yeah, it was gone. I went home and cried that night. True story, because I knew
really
time to hang him up, baby.
Yeah. How old were you?
I was 34.
You know who the real guy made me retire?
Who?
Darryl Armstrong. It was a preseason game. I was with Detroit, and this guy full pressured me, and I couldn't really bring the ball. I couldn't bring the ball up. I couldn't bring it up. I had to let somebody else bring the ball. He was pressuring me. I was like, it's time to go.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Noel's checked in for the Knicks. Randall comes in for Toppin. Now here's Noel. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
And here's Irving, following the 3 from Alec Burks. Count that one.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Payton, and it's in there. Payton's got 7 points in the game.
How about Payton fending off the defense? That's a tough finish for a guard.
Irving passes to KD. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Griffin's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Kenny, so much can happen on draft night. What was it like for you the night you were selected out of North Carolina, number 6 overall?
It was interesting because I wasn't sure if I was going this afternoon.
Really?
Because I interviewed for everyone else in the top 10 basically except for them.
You're kidding.
And they took me without an interview. And that surprised me. Not very often, Greg, in life you get a job without an interview.
Yeah.
Well, I got that.
A high-paying job.
A high-paying one at that.
No less.
Now Payton after the missed 3 from KD. Here's Randall. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. He has 5.
Well, Randall keeping you honest here. Not a knockdown shooter from that range, but is showing more and more that he's capable of doing just so.
Now, here is Irving. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Minnesota.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And the shot goes in.
Since he's first into the league, defenders have tried to get physical with him. It really pays off.
It's Barrett on the wing. Here's Randall. Some solid defense there from KD.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
New York calls timeout. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Blake Griffin. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. Number 1, the Knicks.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Now here's Payton. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, he goes in there and you're worried about getting bumped if you're a defender by Julius Randle, not the other way around. So physical.
Both free throws good from Randle. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Kenny, just look at this roster. Brooklyn full of stars. There have been some very high aspirations for this team, maybe as much as any, in the near future.
Yeah, well, they handed out a pair of max contracts with Irving and Durant.
Right.
And then they still had a solid nucleus and core. They're trying to win titles over the next few seasons.
It's going to be interesting to see if Kevin Durant gets all the way back. There's not a lot of history of guys in their 30s rupturing the Achilles, getting back to that level. Remembering this guy wasn't just a great player, he was an all-time great.
And that one falls for Irving.
I would imagine at this point in his career, all Irving wants to do is win. All he's got to do now is prove himself as a leader.
Offensive rebound. Noel can't throw down the reverse jam.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. He's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Now, here is Irving. 17 points in the game.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Randle no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now, here's Barrett. 6 points for him. Randle outside. Looking to end the run. The rebound by the Nets. KD's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That one is off.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
And the Nets making a change here. Harden's checked in.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here is Irving. 19 points in the game. Six on the shot clock. It's rebounded by New York. Noel's got his 5th rebound in this one. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Brooklyn leading by 13. Here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the... Harden's got 4 assists in the game.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Now here's Randle. He has 7 over Durant. Randle no good. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Jordan with it. Now guarded by Noel.
Looking now at some numbers for James Harden. Great showing for him last season. He averaged about 34 points a game last season, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And he can play some valuable minutes on the wing for this team.
I just want to kick back and lounge here because when this guy's hot, it's a love story. And when he's cold, it's a nightmare. So sit back, get your popcorn. Let's see what he does.
Derrick Rose is checked in for New York.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Pass to Harden. The 3 sinks the three-pointer. Harden's got 21.
I saw Harden bristle a little when he drained that last 3. A competitor like him can't let it go.
Here's Randle, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Kevin Durant. For New York, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Now here's Durant. 17 points in his last outing. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Rose against Irving. He kicks it to KD. 18 feet out, and he hits the jumper for 2. Durant's got 8 points.
Nice. When you run screen and roll, you give the defense a lot to account for, especially when you're running it with KD.
Rose dishes to Bullock. The pass to Barrett. From past the arc, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Pass to Durant. In the corner, it's Harris. Now Gibson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Randall. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Yeah, Randall does a good job. His frame alone helps to create some space. Just with a little pivot there, able to find a way to score.
Pops it up for Jordan. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And Durant sends it back.
Over the past few years, Durant's gotten a lot more attention for his defense, and rightly so.
Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Irving, following the score by New York, and the jam by Kevin Durant.
Explosive power move. Do not call Durant a finesse player.
Rose goes in. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And we want to thank the Jet for giving us his thoughts. Kenny, you can stop by here anytime. That door is always open for you.
Well, the door's open, but I'm going to steal a key just in case you don't invite me back. I'm taking it right now.
Well, he'll have the key.
Yes, sir. I'm taking the key right now.
We'll tell G when back.
Fellow PG, we got to let him in.
Yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And Brent, you and Kenny both enjoyed success in the NBA. Always great to have his perspective with us here at the broadcast table.
Well, that's nice of you, Kevin. And certainly Kenny has done some remarkable things post-career. And I love the fact with Kenny's presence, he's just got great perspective on the entirety of the game.
Double team on Rose. The dish to Randall. Down low. Reverses. Rebounded by the Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now here's Rose. After the miss from KD. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Rose. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Now, here is Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Taj Gibson picks one up.
I think he just has a great feel for what the defender is thinking. Durant using the up fake there to draw the foul.
The Nets have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? He's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
We got to protect the paint. They getting way too many easy baskets. That's us communication on front and the post and, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. And rejoining us here at the table, hey, he's back, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kudos to you, sir, for your sharp and incisive analysis of the game.
Oh, thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Always a pleasure to break down the game with the great ones.
Trader. Excuse me. Yeah, go ahead and front over there. Trader.
I'm back, though.
Copycat.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Payton. And here's Harden. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
The Nets have hit 6 free throws in 10 attempts. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And not much of a surprise there. Kyrie, one of the better free throw shooters in the game and so hard to guard without fouling.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Just 5 on the clock. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. And it's a 12-point Nets lead. Here's Payton. Passes to Randall. Payton against Irving. Barrett wide open. He fires. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Irving passes to KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
On defense, your priority is to close out on Durant's outside shot, but then he has that tight handle. Simply drives right by you.
Payton dishes to Randall, and then jammed down as he goes right over DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, and putting on a bit of a show here.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Irving with the bounce pass. Harden finds Jordan. KD on the wing. Over Randall. Randall with some nice D.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The shot's good. Randall's got 23 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling. And Bones, when you look at R.J. Barrett, what's the next step in his game?
So if the next stage offensively, GA, is that he's got better shot selection overall and a bit more consistency from the three-point line, then it's about setting a tone and taking on the defensive challenge every night. That's what a good leader can do, and this team is looking for one.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
This is all the coaching staff is asking for from Nerlens Noel. Hit the glass and be a difference maker.
Nets leading by 6. Outside Irving. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Again, the Nets for 2.
Feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
Here's Noel. No good there. Great D that time from Durant. The Nets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Wasted no time on that one. And now it's a 10-point Nets lead.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Barrett the pass to Noel. Barrett trying to free himself up. And it's Noel missing. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Harden. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Payton passes to Noel. Kicks to Barrett. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead. The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft, RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jordan. Brown comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Durant. 18 points for him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, Greg, you asked Barrett. He said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids, you're right. Irving can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
R.J. Barrett on a roll right now. Let's see if he continues to score or starts to set some guys up.
Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. To Irving, shot from 16, and again it's the Nets missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Quickly covered by Irving. They get it back, and it's Noel missing. Brooklyn leading by 7. Here's Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Quickly. And then Toppin with the jam.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And the Nets with possession here. Following the score by New York. Yes, that goes in. Knicks trail by 9. Quickly, covered by Irving. Quickly, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Dinwiddie against Burks. There's the pass to Irving. Burks pulls it in.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter.
Oh, jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right? And how about RJ getting a little bit fancy with that one as he flushes it home.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 11. Pass to KD. Outside Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 26 points.
And Irving is so difficult to stay with in the pick and roll. The moment he gets that kind of room, he's going to pull.
New York calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Durant.
And when Rose goes on the attack, he stays on the attack, fights his way through the contact.
To the wing on the left. Claxton the pass to Griffin. Over Gibson. And he can't bank that one in. Knicks trail by 4. Burks kicks to Gibson. Passes it to Rose. Trying to get open is Burks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
Free throw drops for Rose.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And Rose drops them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
Fires from deep. It's rebounded by New York.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
And Toppin throws it down.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
The Nets with the lead. Here's Irving. He's got 26. Dinwiddie attacking. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. New York's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And here's Bullock from the arc. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Well, there's an ebb and a flow. They had a hard time earlier, but now, flow.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Dinwiddie. Burks pulls it in. Burks has got his 5th rebound in this one. Bullock kicks to Toppin. To the inside. Rose, no good. And the foul on Rose. That's his first foul. And so Brown will bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a 1-point game. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So New York will take it the other way. Bullock dishes to Toppin. Rose double team to the paint. Puts it up. Oh, that's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harden's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Randall's checked in. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And when he sets his mind to it, Derrick Rose is able to attack and finish through contact about as well as anybody in our league.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. Greg, how special was it for you? That you had your number 50 retired at UNLV.
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
The free throw drops for Dinwiddie. The Knicks with the lead. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Jordan against Rose. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And Rose, so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Inside, here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Rose passes to Gibson. Rose double teamed. And here's Bullock from the arc. They grab their own miss. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Dinwiddie. Goes up again, and no problem from Gibson as he finishes at the rim. Gibson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded by Bullock. From the wing. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harden finds Dinwiddie. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harris against Randall. Pass to Claxton. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Works on the wing for the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. And now it's a 9-point New York lead.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And so it's New York ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Trailing to start the quarter, they battled hard and pulled off a tremendous comeback. Now enjoying the lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Show up.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Harden. Jordan is out there with Harris, and it's Dinwiddie in at point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Dinwiddie against Rose. Good on the shot. Rose has got 12 points here in the second half.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt.
Now here's Dinwiddie.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game. Doing the dirty work down low.
Rose against Dinwiddie. And the basket by Rose. And now it's an 11-point Knicks lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Bucket is good.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Harris outside. Pops it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Knicks lead by 13.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Dinwiddie outside to the right side. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Rose in the post, guarded by Harden. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his third foul of the game. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. And then for New York. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. And it's Payton in for Derrick Rose. Here's Barrett. To the wing right side. Six to shoot. It's stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Barrett with the basket on the assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, this is the kind of play you want out of R.J. Barrett, just hustle plays.
Now here's Dinwiddie. And there's the pass to Harden. Harris outside. The three-pointer no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, inside, Barrett fighting twice as hard, working through that contact and trying to get a shot off.
And so he makes both from the line. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around. Back to Harris. It's rebounded by New York. Quickly guarded by Harris. And it's sent back by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Payton against Dinwiddie. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 15.
Yeah, I think on the scouting report, the challenge was make Payton make those shots. Well, Payton's making those shots.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Barrett. Quickly. But they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
More and more, Kyrie Irving is showing off how much body control he has, especially when he drives into the interior of the D.
Payton dishes to Noel. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And it's 9 points for Nerlens Noel.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another. Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Randall right side to the inside. Quickly. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
And it's Noel with the rebound. The Knicks leading by 14. Quickly. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Irving looking for an opening. Takes the three. Offensive rebound.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Pass to Noel. He kicks it to Barrett. To the paint. Here's Randall. And he gets it to go. Randall's got 27 points.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
They get it again. KD passes to Jordan. Durant trying to break free. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the sheer size of Jordan is just so tough for defenders sometimes to deal with, skilled at picking up the foul there.
DeAndre Jordan at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Durant with a wide open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Randall, and he banks in the layup. Randall's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Great communication on the alley-oop.
And DJ knows his role on the offensive end. It's pretty simple. An efficient shooter in the post and a great roller.
Payton kicks to Noel. Back to Payton. An easy 2 points on the layup. Payton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now the pass to Harden. Back to Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And they double up Payton. Shot from 12. New York moving it around. Clock at 6. Quickly. And again, New York with the triple.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now here's Harden. Pass to KD. He gets it in there.
Well, that's a smart shot by KD. Sizes up the D and then just cashes in.
Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Quickly guarded by Harden. Back to Payton. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Nets trail by 20. Outside Irving. It's stolen by Randall. Payton up top. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive by Elfrid Payton. To draw a foul inside the paint, the D looks flustered.
You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names. Headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view. You've gotten a front court view. You've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
New York calls timeout.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, R.J. Barrett.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Teams need contributions from everybody to win on the road, not just the stars. And he's done more than his share tonight. An outstanding performance. Here's Payton. Passes it to Barrett. Harris on the double team. Durant with the steal. Down low, here's Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Irving's got 15 points here in the second half.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Here's Randall. They shoot again, and he lays it up and in. Randall's got 6 points in the quarter.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Count it. Irving's got 38 points.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Irving against Payton. Kicks it to Noel. KD with it. Good.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New York.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for R.J. Barrett.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Now here's Noel, and Noel throws it down. That gives him the double-double, 11 points and 15 rebounds.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
The offensive rebound, knocked loose. It's stolen by Randall. It's Barrett on the wing. Outside for Randall. Pass to Payton. Noel with it. In the corner, Barrett with it. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now that's 35 points for R.J. Barrett. Now Harden. And the pass to KD. And he gets the bucket.
Well, that's a devastating move off the dribble. Durant getting to his favorite spots at will.
Here's Payton. Noel in the corner to the middle. Quickly. Trains the three-pointer.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, congrats on the win. High degree of difficulty shots tonight, my friend. How did that become a part of your game?
That's how I'm used to, I guess. Just playing in the park, playing in the gym, trying to shoot crazy shots, and thank God they be going in.
Looked like that was part of your repertoire all along, Derek. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.